So the other day, this wine walks through the door, and how can I say this? You know, because we taste a lot of wine, I've been doing it a long time. There's about 4 or 5 times a year, maybe once every other month, maybe, that a bottle of wine comes in that that just floors you, that you've never seen before. Something brand new, something revelatory, something where you go, whoa, what is this? And I'll be darned if Thibaud Boudignon didn't do it to us this time around. He is one of the most exciting new discoveries in the Loire Valley we've tasted in years. Oh my gosh, going back probably to the mid-90s. We have to go back to the mid-90s to find, new faces that were exciting as this. And those faces were actually a bit old. That was during the whole kind of sugar hunter days when all the sweet wines, the Carte de Chaumes and Côtes de Lions and everything were enjoying fabulous vintages in 95 and 96. And that's where we started finding out about names like Beaumard and things like that, top producers in the Loire Valley. And going back actually a bit, one of the producers that we discovered at that time in the mid-90s was a producer, Chateau Souchery, a guy by the name of Pierre-Yves Tijoux. And Tijoux sold his property in 2007 to I think an industrial magnate, business guy, good business guy. And that guy brought in the young Thibaud Boudignon to make his wines. Thibaud had spent some time in Bordeaux, Chateau Olivier. I think he's from Bordeaux. He has spent some time at Chateau Olivier, has done stints in the Languedoc and Australian stuff. And then he cruised right in to Souchery and all of a sudden started blowing Souchery up. I mean, just making terrific Chenin Blanc wines at that property. Now, what we didn't know was, besides, we knew Souchery was good, but we didn't know the guy making the wine, and we had no idea the story behind that. So when this wine walked in the door, it's like, okay, well, who's Thibaud Boudignon? And what's this Anjou Blanc? Usually Anjou Blanc is like a pretty basic appellation. It's outside of an area called Savinière, outside of kind of like tonier appellations, and the wines tend to sell for less. But this was an expensive Anjou Blanc, so already we're like, okay, Anjou Blanc, a guy we don't know, the wine's a little pricey. Okay, whatever, let's taste it. Detonation. Oh my God. What a crazy good bottle of Chenin Blanc. One of the best dry style Chenin Blancs I've tasted in the last half dozen years. I mean, this cat gets it. What does he get with Chenin Blanc? Well, the deal is a lot of the Chenin Blanc, some Chenin Blanc can be cropped too heavy and too lean and minerally and kind of meh. Then there's this whole new camp of Loire Valley Chenin Blanc, which like the whole triple biodynamic Nicolas Joly thing, and the wines are like kind of weird and fat and kind of like, kind of tastes like fruit cocktail. The old Libby's fruit cocktail in the can, that's kind of what they taste like.
What's the squirt eating?
His fruit cocktail.
And sure, they're fun to talk about and natural and all this kind of stuff, but they just don't taste that great. Well, this cat, he's got it nailed down. He's got the middle nailed. This has all the exotic. When I say exotic, when people talk about Chenin Blanc, dry Chenin Blanc in a great way, they talk about notes of lanolin and quince and cherimoya and night blooming jasmine and all this kind of stuff that 99% of us really don't get involved with, But that's the whole point. These are complex wines. And Chenin Blanc, when it's done properly, can be one of the most complex, food versatile wines in the world. I mean, more so than Riesling, it's amazing how transparent and wonderfully intense these wines can be. And Thibaud has managed to do that. This wine has a rich character, there's plenty of texture, it has fabulous minerality, gorgeous, that peachy, stone fruity character that we associate with great Chenin Blanc. The wine has the presence of fruit, yet is bone dry. What else? The way he ages the wine, it's not all done in stainless steel, and it's not all done in brand new French barrique. He's like a regular dude. He's got some barrels. He's got some barrels this size, some barrels that size, and he does it this way and this way, and all this just from a property that's barely right now just 5 acres. I think he's grown his property as he goes, but as he goes, I mean, this guy is going to be just huge. I think he's barely 30 years old, and this is a very special bottle of wine. It's probably on the shelf for a touch under $30, which for Anjou Blanc might sound expensive, but vis-a-vis other $30 white wines that I would reach for in the market right now, this would have to be at the top of the list. So very impressive, at least in this market, debut wine from Thibaud Boudignon, and we look forward to seeing a lot more from this very exciting producer.